Hey everybody, Phi Farley here, getting a betting pick into the NBA on this NCAA bracket day. It's March 15th. It's Thursday. We got a big slate of games in the NBA, even though everyone is paying attention to the NCAA tournament, as am I. You can watch my other video to get my picks in there. Before I get to the pick here, subscribe. I appreciate it. Do it, and that would be great. All right, moving on to the pick. So today's pick reminds me of how I pick baseball. Or one thing I look at when I'm capping baseball, and that is even the worst teams in baseball still win 60 to 70 games. The job on capping is finding which 60 to 70 games those teams are going to win. And if you can find those games, there's a lot of value on betting that team. The lines will often show that to you. But if you can do some digging, you can find great spots on those bottom teams, especially in baseball, to get some really good value. So what I see today is we have Memphis at home against Chicago. I know both these teams are a bottom 8 team. They're both basement dwellers. Memphis, holy cow, has lost 18 in a row. Chicago has changed their lineup up and started to show a little bit of life. They beat Memphis here a week ago, last Wednesday, at home. So now we have this kind of revenge type mentality. They just faced this team. They're going to make some adjustments and come on back and face the Grizzlies again here in Memphis. Now, Memphis at home is not, I mean, they have 13 wins at home. They're 13-22. Chicago on the road is 8-25. So while Memphis doesn't have the best record at home, in fact, close to one of the worst, but they still have a better record at home than Chicago does on the road. So I really think we're taking lesser of two evils here. The second thing I like really about Memphis in this matchup is all the games they've been playing at home during this 18-game losing streak have been against formidable playoff teams. The only one that's not is the Phoenix Suns. But other than that, we're playing Utah twice. We're playing Denver, which is a super hot team. Utah's a hot team. They just played Milwaukee. And Oklahoma City, Cleveland. The rest of the games have been on the road. That's their entire 18-game losing streak right there. So then when we come back to the home games, when they play those bottom 8 teams, they've won. They beat Phoenix at home. They beat the Knicks at home. They beat the Kings at home. They beat the Lakers at home. Beat the, Kings again. Clippers, Hawks. So when they play those bottom teams like Chicago, they step up to the plate and they win those games. So that's where they get their 13 wins from. Just like baseball, where you got to pick out those 60 games they're going to win, Memphis isn't going to lose the rest of the season out. The line is set at -1.5 as a favorite on Memphis. Open at pick, and now it's moved up to -1.5. I'm going to be on this Memphis side. Look for Memphis to break their losing streak, have a lot of motivation to get out of that losing streak, get a win here, and win at home, and send Chicago moving on their road trip. So take Memphis -1.5. Good luck, everybody, and I'll see you again soon.